Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I decided to do a face video. It's not going to be a quick reading today, but I just wanted to get another one out there because I'm just happy I've started doing this again, and I just wanted to again say to everybody thanks so much for all your kind messages, and to also the people that have booked readings with me, like thank you so much. I'm trying to figure out now how to work around all of that. And I've gotten a new job basically. Probably the last time I was here and I tried to do this, I was working in a bar, which I'm going back to today. So this is my first time starting back at a pub again. I was doing construction, but I was doing it for my visa, and it's just it. I did it very mentally challenging. As I've already said to some of you already, I've been working like in the bush, which is like, if you're not from Australia, bush is like middle fucking nowhere, and done that for 2 years, and now I'm like settled, engaged. I want to stay more here in Perth, and I don't really want to go away. So I'm like, for right now, I just want to go back into working in hospitality, which I know that I'm good at. And yeah, so that is why I wanted to do this quick reading. I'm trying to take my mind off of it as well, even though I've done this everywhere. I've done it in London and America, and I've done it here in Australia before I got into the construction. But yeah, I've got like an hour and a half, which I'm not gonna use. I need to eat as well. So, but yeah, today's reading is going to be based on, what am I going to call it? I'm going to say, is this job aligned with you or something and your purpose right now? Because, for example, I can do the two jobs and I can do this on the side, because I do want to go down working for myself again eventually, down that route. But for right now, the construction a couple of days a week, and the bar work a couple of days a week, and then this in between, perfect. I'm gonna enjoy. I'll be flat out doing stuff, but it's good. I need to keep busy. So yeah, I don't have piles. I'm just gonna use these two decks and kind of talk as I always do, sort of go off in a little world of my own. So we'll have 3 groups. They'll be in the description box below. I don't have anything at the minute to hold up, so just close your eyes, or else go down to the description box and look at the timestamps and just whatever you feel drawn to. And yeah, let's begin. Okay, hello, group number 1. So let's get straight into your reading. Is this job that you're in, or career that you're in at the minute, aligned with you and your purpose going forward? At the minute, I feel with this group that things have sort of peaked for you this year, even with your career. So like where you're at right now is like where you're like, you're doing really well. And I think that that's something that I want to first sort of say, is that there's not much that you need to really be looking into any deeper in regards to like bringing the knowledge that you have, I would say wisdom that you have, any further to those that are around you in your workspace. I feel like, to be honest, you need a little bit of, if you have an office or wherever you work, I just think there needs to be a bit of a shuffling around of things. There needs to be a new kind of vibe for this next sort of chapter into where you're going next, is what I'm getting. I feel like you just have this natural confidence in what you do. And a lot of people like look up to you, but they also think a lot of people don't know how to read you at work, or they don't know how to like really get to know you. And I think that you're okay with that. It's sort of like how you want it to be anyway. You want people to, in a way, you kind of want people to be a little bit like distant, like stay away. Because I do feel like you guys really look after your own energy when you're working, if that makes sense to you. What is that? Oh, that's must be like one of the brothers playing with the kids. So I was like, oh my god. I thought there was someone fighting outside, to be honest. Okay. I love how I just keep doing readings out here. The dog could start barking any minute. Okay, I've got the Ace of Cups, but it was reversed. And I'm actually taking it as a reversal. I feel like you love what you're doing, but also you don't love it enough to keep doing it for the amount of time that I feel like you've been doing it right now. Sorry, I mean like with a job, you've kind of held this job longer than you thought you were going to hold it, which is good, but I don't know if you need to change. I think that where well, obviously I feel like you're aligned with what you're doing right now, but I don't see you having to change much of how or what you're doing. I think somehow what you're doing is definitely connected to your dream. I see shoes. I see like high heels, like corporate-y kind of like, I just see shoes, which kind of gives me the vibe that you're in an office or you're doing something that is a lot to do with presentation and like looking good every day, which is a big effort. Beauty. Okay, so it is something around beauty as well. So for some of you, it could be that you find it kind of hard to always have to like do the self-love on yourself as well, because this is kind of connected to beauty as well, Ace of Cups. But else as well, oh, where'd that card go? Maybe I'm just supposed to look for something else. 13 energy. Yeah, 13 is a very feminine number. So yeah, it's working with the work that you do requires a lot of energy, and you're putting a lot of energy into yourself and how you look and how you present yourself. I think that's why I've been bringing that up about presentation and how you, like, people don't know how to read you because you put on this sort of like thing, this sort of like a mask. But also I feel like people don't really know you, and I think that that's okay. I think you should keep it that way, to be honest. And the people that you have in your life outside of work are the people that are supposed to be there. That is how I am feeling about that. Anything else? The Empress. I feel like there's a few people, few younger females that see you and sort of want to be you, and because it's work, that isn't always a good thing. No, it's not so much like a role model, it's more like I want your job. So that's why I feel like you need to kind of clear your space. If you feel like there's a feeling of something not feeling right, it's more like the evil eye. You're just sensing that people are kind of like trying to play little games here and there. That is kind of what I feel, what to do, advice on that. The Sun reversed. Don't let other people enjoy, don't let other people take the enjoyment out of what you do good in your work. Like if you've really put effort, I feel like if you've put a lot of effort into certain things that require creativity, that a lot of people in the job don't have as much of that creative outlook that you have, and you've worked really hard on that. But don't let people, I think you're open to being criticized, but don't let them take it further than that, is what I'm getting. Okay, so like don't let people bring down bring your work down to a standard of like, oh, but we're just saying that because we think that this would work better or blah, blah, blah. It's like, appreciate that. But then if they start to get a little bit personal and it's unnecessary, have some, I feel like I'm seeing if I have like a little checklist of what's right and what's wrong, and then remember that and be like, that's on the no checklist. So I'm going to just nip that in the bud right now. That's actually, I feel like the way I see it is like, that's actually not really, nice to say that. It's not really criticizing me, or not. It's not really helping. It's more like a kind of a personal dig, and we don't really need to do that at work. That's kind of sorry, I'm getting into it. I feel the emotion around it. It's like, can we move along now, please? Because it's like people bringing things up because they really just want to bring it up, and it's like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and breathe, and everybody just ignore everything and just let's get back to it. It's like just a few people bringing up the same shit that has already been talked about. Okay, but long story short, you guys, I feel like you're on the right path, and you definitely are where you need to be and work for this year anyway. And I feel like this is gearing you up, especially the beauty side of things and looking after yourself and being presentable is linked and connected to how you need to be moving forward, going into whatever it is that you're wanting to do next in life. That's what I'm getting. So I hope that helped. If you would like to subscribe if it's your first time, I have seen that there's been new people here. So if you're your first time and you like the reading, subscribe, leave a wee comment down below, let me know if you like the reading. And if you want a reading, personal reading, I'm sorry, why do I have the news on? It's because I plugged the light into the TV. Don't really want to look at the news right now. Don't know what's happening over there, it's drama. Yeah, if you would like a reading from me, the link is down in the description below, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Okay, hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So, going to be using these 2 decks. I'm also going to probably talk much. I'm not going to pull a lot of tarot. So if you're new to me, this is kind of what you get. I use a lot of my own channeling to get messages out. And again, just take what resonates. Okay, so for this group, the feeling I have is that this career that you're in, this job that you're in, is trying to show you how what you choose is what you get, and it's hard to explain that for everybody, but the majority of you has a lot to do with your job is making you make decisions that are not good for your health, okay? It has a lot to do with overindulging, so it could actually be that some of you do work in a bar and the people that you are around are sort of energy vampires, and being around them means that you have to partake in things that they are partaking in because you feel like it's the only way to really fit in. I get that. I understand that from my other job. It's sort of feeling like that. It's like, for a lot of you, group number 2, you're having to be someone that you're not, and you're having to do this day in, day out, and it's really draining. And you're also, a lot of you are very, very understanding people. Like, you're not judgmental. That's what I get. You are the type of people that just want to wish the best for others. And when you hear of how people are dealing with things in their lives, you're like, oh my God, my life's not that hard. But it's also like, your career is hard work. So you're not getting paid to help these people or to be there for people that are not really going to be there for you. And that's the biggest thing here, that I feel like your energy is just overwhelmed with the people at work and the type of work that you're doing right now. Okay. So to be honest with you guys, I feel like you aren't aligned with the right career or job at the moment. To be honest, it's not what your job is linking to. I don't see it to do with it. Obviously is under certain layers. We don't see every single layer of what everything, because everything is connected to everything really in our life. But the closest thing that I see it connected to, it's connected to you dealing with the fact that you're just wanting to escape from all of the things that have built up in your life that you have to deal with, and you're overwhelmed. So you're taking on other people's version of being overwhelmed and you're helping them, but then you're ignoring the fact that so it's connected to, like, you got to deal with your own stuff. So, oh God, I didn't even pull any tarot. I'll pull an oracle card for that. You can do it. You know how to do it. Prosperity, and inspiration. I feel like a lot of you need a job that has to do with being outdoors or working with something that is more connected to nature, rather than man-made. I'm hearing more organic, less inorganic. So if you're in an office, you need a job that's outside. If you're working in, like, I don't know, I'm trying to working in a bar. Instead of working in a bar, maybe go and work on a smoothie bar. Okay, it's like trying to make the jobs, like, just a little switch up is what I'm hearing. I'm just saying all you need is just a little jump somewhere else, and then the inspiration, like that card was showing, that will then come. Because it's not, for you things aren't, Seven of Wands, for you things aren't that bad. It's just there's a fear and feeling of like, oh, but like I'm trying, like, why every time that I'm trying to, change my ways, I can't get anywhere. And it's like you really now need to want to put your hand, you need to, or the universe is kind of saying you need to put your hands up and be like, okay, I haven't really tried, and now I do need to try. I need to, like, knuckle down, and this is my only focus. I'm not focusing on anything else until this is sorted. I need a new job, and I need new people, a new group of people in my life. And it's not that the next job, to be honest, group, it's the next job for me is like, it's just a stepping stone. And some of you actually don't even have a job. It's a stepping stone. Some of you don't even have a job right now. But you're trying to get into something. And right now, it's not about working. If it's a side hustle or something, it's like, you need to get out of the house. What I'm hearing. But for the rest of you that are in this career, it's like, this is going to help. When you get into a new job, it's going to help you get back on track again. Get on track of, like, your living situation, etc. So, because I have the Four of Wands. So your living situation is also going to change if you're also trying to move house. And that's a focus. First, the job, weirdly enough, for me, it was the opposite. It was the house, moving here, and then now the job. But for you, group, it feels like you're going to really see winning. You're getting your first win when you get a new job. And then it's sort of going to be like a ripple effect of that. There's a feeling coming here. Some of you actually might be feeling a bit sick recently. I'm seeing some of you have hot flushes as well. Feel like you need, I feel like go and also get a checkup with the doctor. Nothing to be worried about. Just get a little checkup too about your health, just to see how you're feeling, how you're doing there. Just it's like your home's getting an upgrade. your job's getting an upgrade, and then you're also getting an upgrade yourself. Like you need a little bit of like guidance on looking at your health as well, is what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna give you advice on that. I just say go to the doctor and check up on maybe bloods or whatever. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is just like, it's kind of the way I see this is like escaping these people that have been holding you down. And even though they've been holding you down, they're not bad people. But you're gonna feel kind of a little bit like, shit, I'm just gonna have to like kind of cut these people out now. You don't want to, but you're also it's needed. On that note, because the dog's gonna probably bark for the next 5 minutes. If you like this reading, let me know down in the comments below if it helped you in any way. If you'd like a personal reading as well, the link is gonna be in the description box somewhere for my readings. And yes, thanks so much for watching. I hope he doesn't bark for that long. It's usually this time of the evening he starts doing it, and I gotta go to work soon. Oh, I've got like half an hour. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Okay, hello group number 3. So I'm gonna be using these 2 decks, and as usual, I'm gonna probably talk a little bit more than pulling cards. So for you guys, I was seeing like, sort of like in the movies when like a really important person walks into like a meeting room and there's a lot of, sorry, the dog's probably gonna bark. He started there. It's probably because the neighbors have gone and now they've left him outside. Sorry. I have another room, but it's just, I like recording out here. Because there's not much I have to clean up. I just have to put that away. Anyway, I'm just blabbering on. Sorry. For you guys, I'm seeing like what I was explaining, like someone coming in and there's a meeting room and there's like a group of people. That's sort of what I see, and that's not for everyone. But the reason I feel like my guides have shown me that is that you actually don't see how people see you, and it's sort of like that. So you are the main, you're the most important, and even if you're not, you are highly valued in your work and what you do, because it's about the people that really helps and puts you to where you are right now. Everyone that you have and is around you as well all has the same goal, and it's to work with each other, or to work on, they want to work on themselves too, and they actually like, it's a different vibe from group 1. It's like these people aren't jealous of you, they actually really like how well you speak. And it's another thing about like the things that you're doing in your work and going out of your way to help other people. Sometimes you feel like, is that really worth it? It's so worth it, because I see that the people you do it for, even though they mightn't always seem like they've appreciated it, something good's gonna come from that elsewhere. So even if you're helping someone, you're like, don't even appreciate it. Don't say that to yourself. Like, I'm helping them, and me doing it's kind of like that whole thing of like, treat people how I would want to be treated. That's how you kind of work. We actually have Queen of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. So that's sort of like, it's funny because I feel like maybe some of you do work as an online kind of thing, and there's a lot of people that you work with because of that, kind of like what I do, and it's a lot to do with your voice. Because this doesn't give off actually what my guide showed me, but then there's cards here as well, so it's kind of like a desk and then she's at the front. So who's to say you can't see the other people, whatever. But this card feels like to me that she's in her own little space, inspiration from her own little flower that she's drawing or whatever, even though she's drawing a lizard. I just feel like you guys are you're working creatively, but it's also to do with the fact that I think that you guys, you're on the right path, but now you also need to reach out and get help elsewhere on the next steps for you, because I feel like you're getting a bit of a upgrade on the spiritual aspect of how you work, whatever way that may be. Maybe you're creating something that's kind of spiritual, or it's a lot of what your work is about, or it's just like not that deep and it's more of a your guides, angels, whatever, God is working behind the scenes and tweaking things and putting things in your face so that you're paying attention to them. So it's a lot of paying attention to what is coming your way. That is like, that was kind of a bit lucky for me. Like, how'd that all work out? And it's working in your favor now because it's trying to show you something. That song, and then the apple and isn't that song got airport? The airport. Yeah, some of you could be flying somewhere as well for work, or you might be taking a vacation for something you're passionate about. It could also be a romantic thing popping up. Feeling that for some of you as well. Yeah. But that more so feels like passion in the way that I was saying about the universe, or like they're placing things in your way, so that you can be like, oh, yes, I want to do that. But a lot of it has to do with maybe taking some time to plan out some sort of a big event, trip, going, taking a bite of the apple, you know, like Adam and Eve thing. That's sort of what I'm saying, which is weird. It's like taking a bite of that apple. It's like, what's the worst that can happen? And like, not to the extent of the Bible and everything, but just taking a bite and just seeing and just taking that risk it's sort of like how we're supposed to deal with things in life anyway. It's like, well, this could be a bad idea, but how the hell am I going to know if I don't try and just have a little bite, see what it's like? Just give me a little slither or a little taste of it. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I really feel like it is going to work out. But whatever these messages that the universe is sort of showing to you, group number 3, it's like, I don't know. People saying I shouldn't do it, but I really feel like I should do it. Don't know what it is. If it is anyway affecting anybody else or your own health or anything like that, then it's obviously not a choice I would say, 100% I am not recommending you do it. I just mean like it's more subtle than that. Yeah. But I didn't really pull anything for you guys at all. Sorry. Any advice then? So you're aligned with the right career. The Empress came up for group number 1. The Empress, okay. The Emperor reversed. There could be something to do with you having to deal with the masculine that is a little bit too controlling, and them having a difference of opinion on how you do what you do and why you work the way that you work, and that is nothing to do with them, and that's not anything for you to prove a point to them. You don't have to prove why or how you do things the way you do them. They do their thing their own way, and that's working for them. What you're doing obviously just doesn't work for them, and they have an opinion, and that's okay. But also, they don't need to keep telling you about why they think you should do it their way. That's what I'm getting with a little bit of advice with work. Something that I feel. We have the 10 of Cups. I feel there's going to be a big switch up in there's going to be a big improvement in the way that you are dealing with work and home life as well. That's why I feel like you might have been questioning, am I aligned to do this? Because I feel like maybe I'm going to fall behind in other areas, and it's not really that I don't think you need to be, or it's not that I don't think you shouldn't be aware of that, but I just don't think you should focus on it too hard, because I feel like everything is working out really well with you relationship wise, and your relationship with others. You're doing way better than most people, and I think you're like on an even. You've been even for a long time now with how you deal with people and your relationships with people. So don't try and make it a bit rocky for no reason is what I'm getting. Because you kind of just sometimes you just throw it up and like, ugh, I don't know. What if I just give up one day and just give? I just fuck it. It's kind of how I feel, but it's like, don't do that. You're doing really well, so give yourself like a little tap in the back and be like, yeah, you should be proud of yourself. It is hard, but it is worth it too, and you're really lucky to be doing what you're doing, is what I am hearing. You're a warrior, is what your guides want to say. You are a warrior. Like, you could go and do a job that fucking most people don't have the balls to do, but it's just not aligned for you to do that, even though you really, really probably want to do something like out there and like, you know, kind of a job that other people feel like they could never do. But it's just not aligned for you right now. Maybe one day it will be, but it's not the thing you should be aiming towards. But yeah, that's all I have for you, group number 3. If you like the reading, let me know down below, and subscribe if you're new. And if you want to read more from me, the link is down below in the description box. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.